guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new, welcome to the family. I hope you're not just stopping by, but you actually hit that subscribe button, because there is nothing I would love more than for you to join in on the family. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me once again. I truly appreciate it. I appreciate the likes, the comments, the shares, the everything that you guys do to make sure that we keep growing. It does not go unnoticed. I decided to do an accountability video. Basically, when the year started, I did a video where I was speaking about micro habits, the little changes that you can implement in your life to make sure that it feeds into the bigger changes that you want to bring about into your life. So I thought maybe every 3 months I need to go back to that video and hold myself accountable, because it's so easy for content creators to create content and tell people what to do but not implement those things in their lives. So I thought for me it's quite important that we don't just say these things, because there are people who watch and they actually take the things that you say seriously. So we have to hold ourselves accountable and also be accountable to the people that watch our channel. So like I said, I spoke about micro habits that we can implement in our lives to feed into the bigger changes. And where are we, or where am I at this particular point? It is the beginning of April, which means that we have obviously completed the first quarter of the year. And sure, guys, it's been an emotional roller coaster. It's been so hectic for me with the micro habits. Some micro habits were easier to implement than others. And in Jan, I did really well. I think I was like in the zone, in the whole thing. Yeah, this is what we're doing. We're waking up in the morning and exercising and drinking water, meditating, reading a book, 15. Listen, honey, I was on a roll. I was just like going in and in and in and in. And then February came. In the beginning, it was cool. Well, it wasn't really cool. I think something happened in the family that threw me off a little bit. And I was like, okay, cool, this happened to this person, but I'm sure they'll be fine. And then the following week, I lost my uncle, my mom's brother. And there was a funeral, and then there was also the week after we buried my uncle, my partner's family member also passed on. And it totally threw me off. I stopped exercising, I stopped eating healthy, I stopped meditating, praying, because I felt so defeated. I was so drained by the year already. I was just like, you know what, I can't do this. And that's the thing with these habits. It's much easier to apply them when you feel like things are going right, or you feel like, oh no, it's chilled, but when things start happening, it's during those times when it's the most difficult to actually commit to what you said you would do. So for me, it was that. And then after that happened, it just became difficult to do anything really. I was always so stressed. I was always overthinking. I wasn't in the mood to create content. I wasn't in the mood for anything, and rightfully so, because I sort of was grieving, because I know these people, they both my uncles technically. So there was that, and then I tried to go back to it after the funerals, and I just couldn't. I was just going through all of it. And then March came, and then I tried a little bit to go back to some habits. I started writing in my diary, gratitude journal, but I completely stopped exercising, because I just did not have I genuinely did not have the strength to wake up in the morning. It wasn't even laziness, it was just the strength to get out of bed and be active and be present. I didn't read my much read. I'm reading it so slowly, guys, you won't believe it. Normally, like, I'm always like reading and just reading and reading, but I just couldn't in March. And it got better in the second week. I did here and there, but in the last week, obviously it was my birthday. I did a few exercises and all those things, but still it was hard. And now we are in April, and I'm hoping that going forward it is going to get much better. So this is what I do, right? you know how everyone is like, oh, these are my goals for the year. So I have like my goals for the year, and I have my goals for 3 months. So let's say, for example, people want to achieve this in a year. I will then set like is it micro goals, if there is such a word, micro nyana goals to achieve within that 3 months, and it makes it a little bit easier for me, because for me, within that 3 months high fela, in my head, I condition myself to believe that it's a new year, so that I don't lose track of that momentum and that high that I had in the beginning of the year. So I use like that whole thing, that whole system, to say, okay, after 3 months, can new year? After 3 months, can new year? So I have new resolutions every 3 months, And I don't know what they call it. I don't know if it has a name, or you can still say kitty resolutions. But that's what I do. And well, not even what I do, it's what I'm going to start doing, because I noticed that it's so easy to set goals in the beginning of the year, but as the year goes and goes and goes, you get very discouraged. Some things you forget, some things you don't have time for, and sometimes life throws like curveballs at you, and you have to change and realign and do this and do that. So if it's quarterly, then I'm able to say, okay, this 3 months, this is what I achieved, this is what I want to achieve, and blah 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 blah. So yeah, guys, that's it from me. I haven't been just to wrap it up, I haven't been the most faithful with regards to the implementation of my micro habits, but we are starting again, because what we're not going to do is give up. Okay, that's not going to happen. All right, we're not giving up, but we are trying again, we are trusting God again, and we are believing God for a new season, a new change, and a new desire to just be better, to just do better, to just take care of ourselves. And I'm hoping that March to June is going to be absolutely amazing. Please do tell me how it's going for you with your New Year's resolutions, with all the things that you had planned to do this year. I would be delighted to know it. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. See you guys next time. Mwah.